Hello everyone, my name is Hui. I am the Executive Creative Director of Circus Digital. What is the job description for a creative person? Well, in this industry, a creative person's job is to solve problems. But how can you solve problems if you don't understand everything about it? So to me, a creative person is someone that has limitless curiosity. Because with curiosity, it leads to discovering. Curiosity leads to learning, and curiosity leads to imagining. Curiosity also leads to you asking the why. Why this happened, why that happened, why is this is that. And after all the whys you ask, it leads you to asking why not. You know, why not take a risk? Why not try this? Why not try something new? So for me, a creative person is someone that has curiosity. Simple as that. What are the differences between art director, copywriter, designer, and content writer? And what do they do? First, we have the art director and copywriter. Art directors and copywriters tend to work together as a team. They are responsible for coming up with ideas for a campaign. The art director is responsible for setting the mood and tone visually. They're responsible for solving problems and communicate through visual aids. The next is the copywriter. They're responsible for setting the mood and tone through words and sound, and solve problems and communicate through words and sound as well. Next is the designer. The designer is responsible for designing and doing layouts. Basically, picking fonts, choosing the right color, the hierarchy of the layout, etc., etc. Next is the content writer. Content writer is responsible for creating content. They mainly work on social media content, branded posts, social media, listing, stuff like that, and social outreach, and various other things, but I don't remember them all. What does it take to become a creative director and executive creative director, and the career path that goes with it? Well, I think this is something that all creators should consider carefully, because when you become a creative director, you're in a position that is, less focused about yourself and focus more on others, which is your staff and the creative department. A CD should have a mindset of mentoring and nurturing. It also help cultivate the culture of the creative department. Also help push the work to make the work better, riskier, Also, keep in mind that the creative director is in a position of leadership, and leaders need to produce more leaders. They don't need to produce more followers or managers. So you have to think about that. Also, I think this is one of the most important lessons I learned is being a CD. It's about pushing your staff to a right creative solution without telling them exactly what to do. And there's a difference between that. Because if you tell them exactly what to do, they don't know the process of arriving to the right answer. But if you push them toward the right answer, it may not be 100% right. It may be right somewhere there, but at least they will learn and they will grow from it. And I think they will gain more from that than you telling them exactly what to do. Okay. What qualities do you have to work in a creative department? First, you have to be a curious person. Act like a child. Have a mindset of a child. Question everything, because a child asks a lot of questions. And a child thinks nothing is impossible. So a child will take risks. So try to be curious. Try to act like a child. Next is be persistent. Advertising is not a sprint. It is a marathon. You have to go. You have to keep going, pretty much. For example, if your idea get rejected, you have to come up with new ideas anyway. So don't be sad. Don't feel down about it. Keep going. Keep believing in yourself. If after 6 months of working on a campaign, that campaign got canceled, don't worry, there's always another opportunity, and you have to keep going. And sometimes you have to work long hours, and you have to be persistent about that. And the last is be a good listener. I think almost all the good creators that I met in my life are good listeners. Why be a good listener? Because good ideas can come from anywhere. A good listener absorbs everything, pretty much. So let's say a good idea can come from the account person, or a planner, or a producer. Good ideas are everywhere. You just have to listen for it. But as you notice, I did not say you have to be talented, because talent is not everything. In this industry and every industry, hard work and being persistent will pay off. You eventually, if you put in the work and you be persistent about it, you will surpass those that are more talented than you eventually. Okay, that would be all. And thank you for tuning in and listen to everything about advertising.